Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake him up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball, waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm tryna go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she tryna kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake him up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake him up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball, waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm tryna go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she tryna kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake him up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake him up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball, Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we...
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment from level1gaming.com, man. Congratulations, you guys leveled up to 130. This is the Double XP podcast. Thank you guys for rocking with us once again. If you're watching on the website, level1gaming.com, Spotify, apparently we found out that we're actually getting popular on Apple today. That was kind of good news that me and Hugger found out. So if you're listening on Apple iTunes, thank you guys for rocking with us once again. We have a new and awesome guest with us today. I will introduce him in a moment. We're going to start with the introduction. Started with the man to my right, the man with the clamps, Citizen Snips.
What's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday, or so they tell me. I'm still uncertain because my concept of time has become very difficult to grasp. But we're here. We're live. We got an awesome guest with us, which is great because in terms of gaming news, there's not a whole lot going out there right now. So it's pretty awesome that we got some cool person to come and fill up our time and tell us some cool things. So I'm excited, man. We'll get into it and we'll roll right along.
Next up, my right hand, man, the floor hugger with the hard R.
What's up, y'all? I'm glad you guys are back with us for another week of just shenanigans. I'm glad that our guest is here to talk about whatever we please tonight. And let's get into it, y'all.
Next up, DALLAZ.
Man. What's good, man? Hey, I think it's dope when I look into the chat and I see all the staples, all the familiar people. Like, what's good to y'all with y'all? Shout out to y'all, first of all. Second, I don't want to just glaze over how like Snips just introed himself as if he was Dr. Manhattan. The concept of time is beyond the understanding of you mere mortals. And that just lets me know it's about to be a good show. So let's get it.
Before I that introduction, Dallas, have you noticed, man, we rarely ever mistime that man. Like, it's rarely mistimed. I don't know how we time it out perfectly.
You pause a different length of time every single time, and it drives me wild. Like, I can never get it.
But
like,
I've
always pulled out a whiteboard and, like, written calculations to try and understand how long the delay is going to be. I can't get it, man.
And we've never practiced it. We've never done set time. We just...
It's intuitive.
Black intuition, baby.
Always, yeah.
Next up, Spartan 117, Halo to the King. What's up, brother?
Double XP, get it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, as Snip said, it's been a pretty quiet week out there, but we're gonna keep y'all entertained anyway. So let's go.
Next up, we have a first timer to the podcast, a man that you see the beard, right? You see the beard. You guys know I've been talking about it on Twitter. My man, Big Cheese. What's going on with you, Chief?
First of all, let me model this beard right quick.
That's a nice beard.
Appreciate it very much.
I wish I could grow one like that. Evening. Hey, man, we appreciate you rocking with us, man. So it's a couple of things I want to let you know that we like to do with first timers to come on. Number one is for later on. Think of suggestions that you can give to people.
Later on, you know what I'm saying?
To give to people as a recommendation on what to play, whether it's a game, movie, or anime. So put that in the back of your brain for the end of the podcast, right? But for right now, we want to know about the cheese. How we go from little cheese to big cheese. Tell the people about you, what you do, and how you really got into being this big personality in the gaming world. Because we've seen y'all over Twitch and different news stations before. You've been everywhere. So how did this journey come along from little cheese to big cheese?
I don't think I was ever a little cheese. Ever in life. I don't think I was ever a little cheese. But it started like 2006 as far as like being on here, as far as these platforms, YouTube and stuff like that. And just making videos in regards to like Xbox and PlayStation and stuff like that. That back then was like, Chad Wharton days, if y'all recall that.
Yep.
But Chad Wharton was talking about the PS4, not talking about the Wii, and I was talking about the Xbox. All fun and games, right? But then after a while, I was like, Justin.tv. Oh, we can stream? We can stream live now? We ain't got to do no pre-recorded stuff? Let me check this out. I ain't know what the hell I was doing with that. Like, I ain't know nothing about streaming. And this is in 2009. It was like, man, so you mean tell me I got to get this to get that? No, I'm just going to do some recorded stuff. I'm sick of this. So I didn't start streaming until 2013. And 2014, I became a partner, but after that, I was like, I wasn't consistent at that time frame because I was always on and off, dealing with real life stuff, having a full-time job because, it wasn't bringing in revenue at that time. So I was like, how can I build my brand and continue to build my brand as far as being a content creator? And I was like, let's make some money. Let's save some money doing what you love doing as far as IT. Then you do what you really love doing as far as entertainment afterwards. So here I am today on your podcast, Dub XP, because I have such wonderful charisma, and I blame my mom for that.
You could say he got it from his mama.
But overall, I'm thankful and I'm grateful for everybody, that's here now and that will be here in the future for the opportunity. I truly appreciate it.
So let me ask you this: if you could give advice to someone who is doing the YouTube thing, not necessarily streaming it, and wanting to take that path of getting on Twitch and and wanting to not necessarily follow your path but create a path of their own, but looking to you for inspiration, like what type of advice would you give to that man or woman who's looking to do what you do successfully?
I would definitely say go do it, because a lot of people are hesitant about going full time or even thinking about streaming because they're afraid of the feedback. Me being, a black entertainer or a black streamer, yeah, I know there will be some pushback on it because they already see, okay, one, the color of my skin, and then two, you have a lot of trolls out there that they don't really like, how can I say this in a positive way, but still kind of negative? Support black people in that way, but it happens. And like there are people that will never put on a camera because they are afraid of the feedback that they will receive from people. And it's a sad thing, but don't ever be afraid of doing what you want to do and do it without any regrets. Because I've been regretting not going full time for 14 years. And when I suffered the stroke in July, I was like, all right, this is my last chance. Get up. No, get back to walking again. Okay, I can't walk. I'm imbalanced. All right, when you do walk again, you get your ass back in the studio and you do work. So here we are today. Like, this is my last chance of giving people the best that I can give them. And if I fail, then I know I tried. And if I'm successful, I know I tried. So beautiful. That's why I'll continue along with my journey.
That's beautiful. And I was going to ask you about that too, man, because I remember seeing that on Twitter, man, and I felt like extremely bad. I was like, I hope this isn't like one of the things to where like we don't see him again. Not necessarily like losing your life, but like you just, maybe not have the will to kind of get up and continue. I mean, you're an entertainer. That's what you do. You entertain. Your job is to let people have a good time, come to your streams, we laugh. Was there any point during that time where you was like, I don't have the strength to get back and do this thing every day? That's a lot of work.
Yeah. It is a lot of work, and people just think like you just come in here and you just press a button and everything is automatic. None of this stuff is microwavable. I can tell you that right now. All this is oven roasted. It takes time. And the crazy thing is, like I said, if it took me 6-7 years to get the recognition that I guess I deserve, because people are like, you deserve more. I'm like, everything is in due time. You can't rush anything. You can't predict anything happening within a couple of days because you never know what's going to happen. So when the situation occurred where it's like, dang, now all this stuff is happening with Markiplier and all this stuff is happening with T-Pain and all this stuff is happening with Red Drop, man, you are just like, everything's popping off for you. I'm like, thank you, God. and that's all I can say because, of course, I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to do that regardless because if you don't put no work in, what's the point of you even trying to do it?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people think it's just like it's handed to me. Like, hey, here you go. Here's everything. Here's sponsors. Here's this. Here's that. No.
That'd be cool.
I started from scratch. And I mean, like, here we are with a pan and a batter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started trying to get things done. We're trying to bake this cake.
Wait, that's dangerously close to OnlyPans.
Look.
That was a segue. You was setting it up.
Yeah, minding my business, drinking my water.
Man,
I will say, man, I'm way too hungry for you to keep making all these food metaphors. Like, you're gonna have to switch it up.
All right, look, let me switch it right quick. Ron Ricardo. All right, so but no, like it's consistency is key. All right, you gotta stay consistent, and that's going to be your biggest challenge, your biggest competition. Not somebody else, not another personality that's on these platforms. You will be your biggest challenge because you got to keep going. You will probably get tired. You'll probably take a break or whatnot, but as long as you keep going, you will keep growing and stay consistent. You should be fine.
Yo, man, I appreciate them words. I mean, I get it, man. When we started level1gaming.com and writing articles and getting, 1 or 2 views and being up writing 6 or 7 articles and maybe 3 people read it. And sometimes, man, it was just heartening. And to see the growth, we have now from getting, 30 views today to, 15, 1,600 a day on any given day, depending on what articles we put out. It's a beautiful thing, man. So your sentiment of keep pushing and grinding and putting in the work, that's what's up, man. And before we move on, I just want to say, man, I'm happy that you're healthy. I'm happy that you still got out here entertaining. You still got a smile on your face, man, and that's a blessing, man. And I'm glad you're doing better, my brother.
What you do?
So let's get going with the first topic. Because Ashnip says it is dry this week, but even if it was full of news, I would still want to talk about this topic because it was the biggest thing going on yesterday. And then we got a big streamer in here today, so I definitely want to talk about it. AOC, who, regardless of how you feel, some people don't want to talk politics and gaming, even though gaming is full of politics, right? She is someone I consider, I hope one day runs for president. I love me some AOC. But she had the second or third biggest Twitch stream of all time, having over 400,000 consecutive viewers, playing Among Us last night with other people like Pokimane. There was the senator from, God, I feel really bad. I forget what she's from. But it was a lot of people in there, and I'll go back to it. I apologize. AOC, if you ever listen, I'm sorry, boo. I apologize. But
You mean apologize to the person whose name you forgot, not her, man.
yeah. I'm sorry, but I do want to get y'all thoughts on this because for a lot of people, they sort of looked at it as a bastardization of gaming. Some people looked at it as a big shift and a big move for gaming because even politics and stuff, it all changed when Sir Orange started using Twitter. We never really saw that from people, and now we started seeing people, like AOC on Twitch. I want to start what I guess. I kind of get your thoughts on this. Like, what type of effect and how big of a stream was that last night? Can you start to see more people sort of using a quote unquote gaming platform just to interact with people? Because I mean, they weren't talking politics. It was just fun. It was playing Among Us.
Right.
So
I'll say this. 2 people already tried this, right? 2 people. Remember, Bernie Sanders tried it, and it wasn't as successful. And even y'all president tried it, wasn't successful as what you see today as far as AOC. What she did, it was big brain moves. You see what I'm saying? Like Bernie and 45 decided we're gonna talk about politics and that's it. Mm-hmm. AOC got on here saying, you know what? Let's kind of talk about politics, but also play some games and have fun.
Yeah. So
when she sent out the tweet, anybody want to play Among Us with me? I was like, hey, AOC, I want to play AOC. but the people that played with her, they had a great time. It was a very successful stream. And of course, a lot of people was in the chat being who they are.
It was ugly.
Having 10 mods ain't really gonna cut it for you. I can tell you that right now. That's a lot of reading. But I feel like she did a great job overall as far as like her very, very first stream. She played a game that was considered to be one of the most popular games on the platform. Kept a consistency of like 300,000 viewers as far as the average, but the highest was like 400. So if she can be able to do that, you better believe that she's coming back.
Yeah.
She's definitely coming back. Not only because it looks good for her to, play games on a very big platform, but she's also using that platform to, use her voice to speak of the importance of voting and also a reminder, hey, y'all better go out there and vote because it's real. What you seeing today is real. So fun politics is how I see it, because everybody be like, oh, well, politics is this. Keep yourself out of this. Stick to sports. Stick to gaming, this and that here. I'm afraid to tell you. Politics is in everything that you do.
Yep.
So, when you try to tell us to stick to something, you sound stupid because we are all part of politics when you think about it. So how I see it, she's doing a good job. AOC, next time you play Among Us though, holler at me. You need imposter.
We're gonna campaign for you. Hugger, I want to ask you the same question, but a little bit of a twist on it. The same question, but also, do you think? Because I've said this a bunch of times, right? We got to get the Congress and people in office, a bunch of old people, and I think it's time to stop letting that be the norm, right? And AOC, she's 33, I believe, so she's still really young, and so she's able to tap into a younger audience and be able to play a game like this. So, same question as I asked Cheese, but also, do you think with her being as young as she is, that played a part in this being successful? Because I don't think if Bernie Sanders was playing Among Us, that a lot of people would care as much. Just because he's an even though I love Bernie, he's an old guy.
Yeah. As a Canadian, my view on your politics is always cynical. But I think it was interesting it's clear she plays video games already, and she's good. I mean, there's millions of people that have video games and thousands of people right now streaming on Twitch, and maybe half of those could be politicians or could be in some political party. So like Cheese was saying, for politics not to be in gaming, that's not a thing. It's gonna be in gaming. She's gonna play a game whether you want her to or not. This just brings me back to the old lobby days of, well, a woman's in here, go back to the kitchen and make a sandwich. Like, just let her be. Let her play her games. She's cute. She's pretty. She knows what she's doing. I can't speak on your political system because y'all is hot garbage. But I think this will be an interesting turn. Just the fact that she's speaking not just about politics, but just like, get involved. I don't care what spectrum you are, left, right. Get involved. Stand up for what you believe in, which is nice because there's a lot of people that our age don't believe in the political process and don't want to take a hand in it. And I think just the fun aspect while having a serious conversation is nice to see.
Snips, I want to ask you the same question, but I also want to dive in on the actual game itself. So same thing. I want to get your thoughts on what happened. But do you believe that it could have been any other game? Like this had to be like the perfect. Among Us is a perfect game for the type of stream she had and the type of attention she wanted to garner. So your thoughts on the stream, and also could any other game, like even Fall Guys, would have brought this much attention?
Yeah, in this particular instance, I don't think the game itself was too big of a factor in why the stream was so popular. And again, I think the reason why, I could kind of sidetrack a little bit and answer one of your earlier questions, the reason why it was so successful for her, whereas previous politicians who have tried to do stream things didn't work out so well, is because she did kind of keep it focused on the gaming, one, but two, she's already established herself as that's part of her identity. The younger generations identify her as a politician who likes playing video games. That's part of who she is. So it wasn't forced. It wasn't something that came out of nowhere. It was, oh, AOC likes playing video games. Oh, she's also going to do this stream. Well, hey, that kind of makes sense. So it was something that fit her character, who she is as a person, or at least who we all know her to be from our perspective. So I think that's a larger part of the reason of why it was successful versus the game itself. I do think Among Us, whether it was a strategic choice or whether it was just kind of the flavor of the moment thing, was a really smart thing to do. Because, and I've touched on this before, it's not a game that has a whole lot going on in it that viewers have to pay attention to. And it's easier for the streamer as well to kind of interact with chat. Not when you have freaking 400,000 messages flying by, but in general, it's a game that you're not super like entranced in and focused in all the time. You can kind of look away as you're running through the ship and doing your tasks. So you're able to interact more freely. So I don't know whether that was a decision that her and her advisors came to, like, haha, this is it. We're strategizing on a board as political aficionados. But it was a good choice either way. And as far as people trying to be like, oh, keep politics out of gaming, blah, 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 this or that, or she's doing this as some sort of political tool. Well, as it's been mentioned, politics isn't everything we do anyways, whether you choose to accept that or not. But when the thing about being a politician or being in that line of work, it's always involved in everything you do. You never clock out from being a politician. Like I go to work, I punch a clock, I get paid for every hour I work, I clock out and I leave, and then I don't have to think about work until I come back again. Well, when you're a politician, you're not dealing with like a tasks you're supposed to do. You're not sitting there like, oh, I need to finish this report. It's more about worldviews and how our society continue to function. And that's something that never really ceases. So no matter what you do, you can say you're doing it for political gain. And if she was, well, good for her. That was a smart thing for her to do to kind of better get in tune with younger audiences. So
major.
People want to complain just to have something to complain about. That's a common theme in our society today. I think people only exist to complain for a large portion of it. But no, whether it was this, wonderfully behind the scenes planned and executed and orchestrated thing, or whether it really was just her saying like, hey, this sounds like it would be fun. The end result is that it was wildly successful, and I think it's going to benefit her going forward. So take that for what you will.
Dallas, I want to get your thoughts on this, but also do you kind of sort of see this being a trend for more younger, lesser known politicians to sort of get their name out there more as well? Because because we know, like Cheese said, other people have tried it before unsuccessfully. And we've seen also do AOC do. I think she did Animal Crossing. She did an Animal Crossing talk before, if I'm not mistaken. But do you think this is an avenue possibly opening up for more people to use Twitch as an avenue, not necessarily as in a negative way, but as a way to play video games while also letting people say, hey, I'm a younger politician. I can understand you more. I can reach out to you more.
Well, yeah, I think it's been that. Like, first, I want to say that Snip's pretty much 90% of what I wanted to say, and 90% of my opinion, Snip's just voice. But I did want to also add to that, no matter what the intent was, it's dope to see it and it not be cringy. It's just it's super dope to actually see that and a politician be able to do something like that and it not be cringy. B, I want to put an exclamation point at the end of what Hugger said about awareness, because it's even better when you're not, no matter what I might think or what other people might think of your platform, whatever other people might think of your political views and how you plan to go, how you move forward in your political career. It's good for you to not be pushing your own agenda and just say, hey, everybody, no matter who you vote for, you need to be voting. No matter what community you live in, you need to be active in it. It's dope to see things like that because it starts a thing. Now, while we talking about starting a thing or starting a trend, using the popular platform to get more eyes on you, to get famous, to get views, to whatever.
To get Famous Entertainment 2000?
Famous Entertainment 2001. For real, it's never been a new thing. Just think about, as soon as quarantine started, we saw an uptick in two things: OnlyFans and rappers on Twitch, or producers on Twitch, or And granted, a good chunk of us are already in the video games. Like, we was already gonna be doing it, and it was an easier transition for us to make than anybody else, than most other people. But everybody's kind of trying to use it to get on top, and politics should not be. Or we know politics wouldn't be exempt from that, especially since we're getting younger and younger. Guaranteed, most of the people in these offices are playing games just like we did.
And the imposter of the group, Halo. What are your thoughts on this topic, brother? Our imposter.
Is it because I'm white? Is that why the imposter?
Yeah, you're regular white. Snip's is spicy white. That's different.
Okay. I'm Miracle Whip. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He said
I don't have too much of an opinion on it. I think what she did was pretty smart, because if you take gaming, which is one of the biggest forms of entertainment there is, and then Twitch, which is one of the biggest like highways of the entertainment, and you put them together. I mean, I watched a little bit of it. It honestly, it didn't feel like she was like, it didn't feel like an advertisement. It felt like she was just doing what she does regularly and just kind of, throwing a little bit of politics in it. So it didn't really seem anything out of the norm. Like it wasn't like a debate or anything like that. She was just having fun and had some big names in there with her. So yeah, I mean, I don't really see a big issue with it. Like she said, politics are everywhere. They're in gaming, they're in music, they're everywhere. So you can't really escape it. And it wasn't, and like Dallas said, it wasn't like a cringy thing at all to see. Felt pretty normal.
And that's one thing I am a bit concerned about, because how she did was perfect. It was 99% about Among Us, right? I'm just afraid you're gonna get some people. It's gonna be like 40% whatever game that is, and 60% like, hey, your elections. I'm like, bro, you need to play the game. Like, it needs to be about the game. Number one, right? I think if you want to get people in our age group to take you seriously as a politician, it needs to be about the game. You need to be likable already, right? You can't be somebody that we know that's probably I'm about to say pedo, but somebody we don't like. Somebody that we hate, and then think you can come on Twitch and be like, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm playing the new hotness. Come follow. Maybe throw me a couple of subs or two. But Cheese, just as someone who's popular on Twitch, could you just, like, 400,000 people, like, how do you even go about, like, dealing with the crap? I mean, you deal with crap already, just being, black. Just imagine 400,000. Like, how, like, as a streamer, like, can you even fathom that big of a stream, and like how you would even go about dealing with that many people? Because unfortunately, a lot of times you get punished, quote unquote, for what's happening in your stream.
Let me tell you something. I can barely handle 400. and to even have 400,000 people in your chat at once, chatting, literally just messages.
That's when you gotta hit that sub only.
Yeah. and the crazy thing is, it was in slow mode, and it was still buzzing.
Yeah.
Even after it was in slow mode, and that was the craziest thing. I was like, yo, she, whatever, whoever set all this up, genius. Like, AOC probably set it up. Her assistant set it up. It was just genius. They set it up the way it was supposed to be set up. Like you said, not cringy. Everything was like natural as far as being on the platform. Everybody enjoyed themselves. That was a good thing for sure. And just thinking about having 400,000 viewers on my channel alone, man, just set my funeral up for next weekend, because I wouldn't be able to handle that for real. Like that would be.
If I could hit
crazy.
400K in a year, that'd be amazing.
Exactly. But having that at once though, and like I said, the average was 300,000. So think about that. Your highest is 400,000, but you're averaging the whole time you stream 300,000 people.
She hit partner like in one stream.
Like they gave her the check mark on the third hour. Like, yeah, you good, you straight.
She got her payout instantly.
That was insane.
So,
but no, props when it's due, because like I said, a lot of people can't come from a politics side and come on a platform like Twitch and do what she did. So I give her props, not only because she's a young politician and know how to blend in with the platform and whatnot, but she also knows that this is a platform where millions of people are going to watch you because of your name, for one, and for two, they're going to make sure that when you're on the platform, Twitch is going to give you that attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she did exactly what needed to be done as a politician. So congrats to her.
Because was she on the front page? Like, was she on the front of Twitch when you go on Twitch? Like, I wonder. Like,
I don't even think she was on the front page. Honestly,
crazy.
Like I think somebody in the office was like, "Hey, yo, do you not see this? Do you not see what's going on right now? Put her on the front page right now, like right now." So probably happened like in the midst of her even streaming. I'm not sure, but if she didn't have front page, and she did that, that's even more. That's even better. That's even awesome.
Mhm.
But no, like I said, congrats to her. And I just hope that she continues to do what she do. Not just politics but gaming as well, because it was a great collaboration.
Now,
Now we've seen a lot of celebrities, I don't know, try to get in I mean, there's been some fallout lately, but what makes something like AOC's doing different from what something like Brie Larson is trying to do? Besides the fact that a lot of people don't like Brie Larson for valid reasons.
Hey, excuse my ignorance, but what is Brie Larson
what Brie
doing?
Larson do?
Brie Larson has a YouTube channel. She does gaming, and I think she tried her hand at streaming for a
Really?
second, and I don't know what happened there.
Hold on,
Let's take
The
Bucko.
a
problem
look
is
at
she's doing it through YouTube. No.
Let me go search this. I had no idea she was doing that.
I mean, a lot of people, I understand why a lot of people don't like her, but at the same time, get over yourself. We have bigger things to worry about.
Right.
I was
I
like,
mean,
See,
pardon
I
my
still
ignorance.
subscribe to the philosophy of if I don't like something, I just don't partake in it. I don't
Yeah,
go
but
out
you're
of my way
smart.
to write giant messages about why somebody else shouldn't like it.
I'm a little childish though.
don't
Like if
give
I
a
don't
crap.
like something, I might not. I'm not gonna mess with it, but that vow goes into effect after I roast it. Like if I see something and I don't like it, I'm probably
Okay.
going to roast it a little bit.
And I'm not talking about like roasting or anything. I'm talking about like the people who like, oh, they hate Brie Larson, but they're gonna come into her stream to tell her how much they hate her.
Oh, I hate
Come
those
on, bro.
Weirdos.
Go do something else with your time. If you really hate her, then just go away. Go do something else.
No, man, you gotta let you
It's
know.
those
You're
people
smart.
But you know what?
who reply to a tweet and be like, "Who cares?" Be like, "Well, obviously
You
If
care.
you took time out your day to reply to this thing,
That's why you
Oh,
get
shut up.
headbutted
Go
by
away.
Thanos.
yeah."
What?
Because the dude who really thought, "Who cares?" just kept on scrolling.
Mhm.
See, this is where I wish I had a soundboard because I can use Big Cheese's "Talk to these." That would be like a perfect time to play that on a soundboard. We get
Except he'd copyright strike you
Oh,
for
my
that,
bad.
dude. That's his intellectual property.
This
How
is
dare you use that?
well,
without
he's
permission?
here. I think I would just.
Oh no, you gonna have to give me a quarter every time you say
Yeah,
that.
see,
A
I told you, I
quarter.
got you, Big
Hey,
Cheese. Don't worry, man.
I got
You got a square jar
a
in
jaw. Yeah, I got a jaw like this is Big Cheese fun. Boom. Talk to these. But speaking
Okay,
on
that's
that,
50 cent.
oh man, let me
You already
chill.
own 50 cents then.
Yep.
I'm a PayPal you. But I kind of staying on this topic here, and I talked about this on Twitter not too long ago. I kind of get your thoughts because it seems like a lot of people are making their names on Twitch, or from YouTube, and they made their name on Twitch. But now we're starting to see people who are already famous coming over to the platform. Like as someone who has made their name through the platform. Like, what are your thoughts on people who are coming over? Like the T-Pain. If you ain't ever watched T-Pain streams, he's freaking awesome.
What you
Like,
doing?
you got the Soldier Boys and everyone coming over, and all of a sudden, everyone's a Twitch streamer now. NBA players, NFL players. Like, what are your thoughts as someone who sort of made their name through the platform, with everyone who's already famous coming over and being on the platform as well?
Well, let me say this. For one, as far as Payne, he's been streaming since 2014. Or 2016, I'm sorry. I've been streaming since 2014, 2013. There's a lot of people that have been on this platform, and you don't even know they've been on this platform for that long. And it's ridiculous. And I feel like, other people coming in, streaming on this platform, I mean, it's open to everybody, right? And, there are people that's like, oh, now you want to stream, now you want to come on the platform and take over this too? You already did music, you already did football, you already did basketball. Why you got to come over here and take over all the views?
Like they're literally running into their chat and yoinking the viewers straight from down.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, hey, my name's Soldier Boy, I'm going to take all your views. You! You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not happening, man. It's not happening. And, I say it's an equal opportunity type of platform.
Hmm.
But, like I say, overall, like you have to look at it like this, man. Everybody has an opportunity to grow on this platform. And when you see celebrities come onto the platform, it's because this is what they love to do too. It's not because, oh man, I can go on Twitch and become popular there too. Let's go ahead and do that. I can tell them about my new movie. I can tell them about my new album. I can tell them about everything I want to tell them. But that's not the case. The case is they love to play games like we play games. They want to talk to their fans like we talk to our community. You see what I'm saying? Like, and people fail to realize that, yeah, this is another way of communicating with your fans, another way of communicating with your peers, another way of communicating with your community. It's not just about, oh, I got Grammys or I got platinum albums and all that stuff here. Well, why don't you just go make an album and get your fans back? Shut up. Sit in the corner. Don't talk. Don't say nothing else. What it's all about is I'm trying to grow my brand still to this day. You got to recognize, I can't just do this offline anymore. All right. There's no more CDs or tapes or DVDs or anything like that. Everything is online. So why not build my brand online on these platforms that's popular? It's that simple.
Shout out to
my brand. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of.
Shout out to Soulja Boy for being the pioneer for online. Because man, if you had LimeWire back in the day, every song you downloaded was a Soulja Boy song on LimeWire before you got the virus to your computer. My bad, Dallas. What's up?
Nah, man, it was all weird.
Well, 90% of my opinion on Soulja Boy, I can't say on the podcast. I wholeheartedly agree with that though. Shout out to Soulja Boy for clicking the light switch on. But I have seen cases of both things. Like I've heard people go like kind of known and not known go, oh well, I don't really care about games like that. I'm not really into them like that. But people getting attention in the gaming space, I need to go there. And at the same time, a good chunk of us, and I said earlier, I mentioned rappers and producers because I know rappers and producers play video games. I know a lot that do. So of course, I didn't know T-Pain had been on Twitch since like 2014.
I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
I'm in 2016.
2016. He's been on for like 4 years, bro. And like,
does he auto?
But it shows though. That's what I'm getting at. It shows. Like it's in them. And besides that, some people that's just in them. Some people that's just them. Nobody batted an eye when they found out about Logic on Twitch. Why? Because duh. You know what I mean? Like, would it be that big a surprise if you found out Meg Thee Stallion had a Crunchyroll subscription? No,
not at all.
So yes, I think it goes both ways. Some people do, some people don't. But like you said, it's an equal opportunity thing. Everybody else can come out here, and you know how nerds are. We can smell it on you if you're not authentic. So
we can't say equal opportunity, otherwise we get
Well, and think about a celebrity, we know them.
It comes with an asterisk, but you understand what I'm getting at.
Yeah. A celebrity we know, quote unquote, we know them, but this feels what people have been asking for a long time is to get to know the people that are behind the movies we watch, the TV shows we watch. And it's not the same, but at least in a celebrity, you kind of know their life story. You kind of know who they are. Like if Robert Downey Jr. was to, although after supporting Chris Pratt, I don't know, but if he was to get on Twitch, people would be like, yeah, I want to watch you because we know you. Most people
they know him anyway.
I'm sorry, bro. If he's not portraying
well,
Tony Stark, I don't care. But if he's Rob Downey Jr., but he's portraying Tony Stark, yeah, I'm there.
That's the thing is we know him in a sense. But we don't know a Twitch streamer. It's the human. Okay, not gonna go there. But it's we want to look for a familiar face. We want to look for somebody we know. And we've been watching Tony Stark on screen for 10 years, so we're gonna go with the Tony Stark. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean people are less enjoyable. We have plenty of time. We have nowhere to be. We will split our views between places. Don't be one of those people that, oh yeah, you're here to steal my view. Okay, then you guess you weren't that entertaining in the first place.
Yeah.
Iron Man, take my views. Man, why you gotta be so magnetic, man? Come on, man.
Why you gotta be like have a personality and be entertaining? Damn you!
Right? Damn, man.
I just realized something. We shouldn't have had Cheese on the show. He gonna steal our views.
Oh shoot!
What?
I knew it.
You mean the 6 views we get on YouTube?
What is we gonna do now? Like,
he gone now.
All right, now the views are come up. Thank you.
Now we need to plan to steal his.
Shoot. Now I know. Like I don't know somebody. But I've been following somebody who kind of went through a similar experience. She was on like the receiving end of it, where she was a stand-up comic for like a pretty long time, amassed like a decent following and everything. And then with the pandemic and all that kind of stuff hitting, like she had always been into anime, always been into gaming, but she was like, man, I kind of need to work on other revenue ideas because obviously I'm not going out doing shows right now during all this. So she decided to pick up streaming, and it hurts that she had to come out and make a tweet. Like she was almost apologizing for like, oh, I'm sorry that like my like people are getting mad at me that my stream is like being so successful or whatever because I like brought over my following from my comedy like career. And I'm like, why should you have to apologize for that? You worked hard to build that following. Those are people who liked you. Naturally, if you go do something else, they're going to go see what it's about. You should never have to apologize for that. You put in the work to build that community. Why shouldn't you take it with you everywhere you go? Why should it be, oh man, I made a lot of fans making music, or I made a lot of fans doing comedy, but now that I want to do Twitch, I have to say goodbye to all of them and start from scratch because that's the right thing to do. Like, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. People just want to be mad because they see somebody doing better than they're doing.
Are we gonna act like Cheese not the first person to ever truly commit to a headset move? Most of us are going like, but we come right back. Man's actually walked away, bro. Like, I've never seen somebody commit to it before.
I was walking away to make sure you get your views back. So,
Nah, man, they left with you, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, it was like what?
They were right behind you out that door.
Like
man.
the six people mess with us on YouTube don't care. It's those Apple users that actually love us. The 28 to 44-year-old Apple users, right? We saw that our demographic earlier. It's like 92% male.
That makes sense though.
And then the age range was like they was like 26 to like 44, and I'll take that
over like the 8 to 12-year-old age group.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I hate to break it to you, Fame, but the reason why I was so high is because I clicked on it, but my page wouldn't load, so I kept refreshing over and over again. My fault.
So you giving us our I appreciate
fake views
and fake news. I can dig it. Before
you shouldn't even say no. You could have sold that service.
He gonna sell a service by selling fake views?
Out of control.
Yeah, we'll just
hey man,
we'll just send me to click the link over and over.
Hey man, me and Hugger got the scoop on people who buying Twitch subs. But hey, we'll talk about that another day. We ain't gonna talk about that. I don't want to call nobody out. I don't want to get in trouble. But
Nope.
Me and Hugger saying we saw a rise. We saw a rise in numbers like with no streams. I was like, now hold on a minute, you ain't even streaming. Where these numbers come from? But
do you guys, while we're still on the political, no, it's not political, whatever. Do you think that we'll see a lot of people, newer politicians, younger politicians, come through and try to do the same thing? Maybe, definitely, probably not without the same success. But do you guys think we're going to see a rise in people losing their political careers because they'll say something in the heat of the moment in gaming that they should never say, and then there goes their whole career?
I don't see them playing like COD or nothing like that. Something that's gonna heat them up.
You never know.
They don't want that. They don't want that smoke.
It's in your vocabulary. If you said it in the heat of the moment, I'm gonna say that one more time. It's in your vocabulary. People don't accidentally use words.
So you mean
not ones they don't know?
So you mean PewDiePie? Oh, never mind.
Look, if you really want to take it down,
You accidentally say something.
Boy, let me tell you.
Accidentally use a word is in your vocabulary.
Yeah.
That's
not
a
just knowing
racist
the word,
word?
the vocabulary you use every single day.
Look at Meek sweating right now like he want to say it. Can I say it?
Anything that you've done, like think about how muscle memory works. Like anything that you've done over and over, like you can't accidentally do something you don't know how to do. Anything that you can do
I woke
as
up
a
yesterday,
reflex,
accidentally built a nuclear fusion reactor in my bedroom.
as a reflex,
just happened,
because that means you built a lot of reactors. Anything that you can do as a reflex is developed through repetition.
I'm just built different.
Miko,
Like I know,
right.
I know people like to give people excuses. Oh, they said this. Oh, they didn't mean that. Or I don't usually use the word. But I'm going on record saying this right now. If you accidentally use a word, it is in your vocabulary. You don't do anything by reflex that you did not learn through repetition.
No,
Okay,
the term Dallas is that's not my character. That isn't me.
That's not your
That's the term.
Hey, no, they're
You're
being
young
honest.
at the time.
They're being honest though, because what they mean is that's not the character I portray on camera.
Nah.
Yep.
I slipped.
I was
Y'all
racist
saw the
at the
real
time.
me for a sec. Uh-oh.
What?
So,
At the time, that's
Lying.
another one.
You're lying.
speaking of people
Say, Mama.
showing their character, all you had to do was click on a tweet by PlayStation to see a lot of people either revealing themselves or coming out as themselves. But PlayStation decided to bless us. PlayStation decided to bless us with a Black
With
Lives
big
Matter.
booty.
Oh, I mean, if they want, I mean,
I
ain't nobody
Go
gonna
on.
decline.
Go on.
I mean,
Damn.
Did the glasses power move?
Find that.
but they decided to bless us with a Black Lives Matter theme on PS4, and for us,
Hey, what's going on?
we was like, "Yo, this is hot. Like this is mad hot." But a lot of people are like, "Ah, no, Xbox, here I come. I don't want my PS5 anymore." But hurt and upset because we think our lives matter just a little bit. You know, we want to breathe.
How dare we?
How dare we? And how dare Sony believe our life matters as well?
Did y'all actually read some of the comments underneath that
Oh,
thing?
oh yeah. You couldn't
He's
help
like,
it.
well, where's my KKK theme at? What? Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, some guy named Citizen Snips. I was like, that's
Whoa.
Look. There are things that it's okay to joke about. Do not lump me in with that crowd. No.
Yeah, someone could take that soundbite, not even care, and then
okay.
just brand you racist.
Let me say, I'm just kidding. On record, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
That's not okay.
That was one of the most
But yeah.
silliest things I've ever seen, man. Like,
Right?
but and I'm gonna go to Xbox. They don't care about no Black lives. Unfortunately.
Have you ever heard
Little
of
people,
Black
they have
Xbox?
black
Like,
Said
come on now.
Xbox tweet?
God,
That one.
hugger.
They messed that one up.
they have black Xbox. They care.
Killed it.
Like, do y'all not remember when?
But I
Like
like
a few
people were
months.
replying
You
to
see
that
this
with like, "Hey, here's this supportive tweet of Black Lives Matter movement that Xbox made like I don't know 2 weeks ago," and it's like, haha. Now you guys don't get to buy any console. Screw you. Gaming
You
is
know
for
what I
people.
think? I think Sony. I think this is all a marketing move to go ahead and free up some of them pre-orders.
True.
They couldn't fulfill. So like, you know what? We're gonna do something real edgy. We're gonna release this, and all the racist people are gonna cancel their pre-order. Boom, pre-orders open.
I could accept it.
I mean, pre-orders did open up here in Canada.
I will say it. I spent about maybe 2 minutes scrolling through, just kind of doing what I call timeline preventative maintenance, and just blocking all the racist people who were replying like, "Ooh, I don't have to worry about you popping up on my stuff anymore. Now you know." And that way, in the future, I don't have to worry about seeing anything stupid from them. Still, a lot more people tweet out, but progress is progress. We're getting there.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Beautiful. ain't it?
Amen.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Well, I told Fame today that somebody that used to work for Level 1 Gaming, I had to unfollow them because they were just going on about the AOC stuff last night. I'm like, I don't care what you got to say. And it was real negative. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
bruh, no.
So I saw a lot of posts that was negative about the whole AOC thing because they felt like she didn't pick people of color, and I was
Oh my
like,
God.
"You got to be kidding me!" And then they left an extra message saying, "Oh, by the way, is Dr. Lupo still saving Black lives?" I'm like, when did Dr. Lupo ever display himself as a damn hero to any of us?
Not never.
If anything, he's a doctor. Not a medical doctor. Okay, I think he's got a PhD in we'll just say forensic science or something. I don't know. Give him something cool.
But that blew my mind because like it's not like she sat down and be like, okay, I'm gonna play with Pokemon. I heard she's pretty good. I'm gonna get her Dr. Lupo. Well, she didn't sit down and do all that. She ain't pick him out like that. It was probably her assistant that did all of the pickings. It wasn't anybody in regards to AOC.
But
But
be mad if you want. It was probably based on viewer count. Who's going to
Exactly
draw
my
eyes
point.
to the stream? Because that's what it's all about, is getting the attention so that you can use that
Exactly.
platform for good things.
Exactly. So like when people look at it like that's like look, I wonder if you check like how many views you got, how many followers you got. Look at that first, and then try to come back to me with a real good reason why you just said something that stupid.
That's sadly why I didn't make the cut. I was in the running for a little while, but my 4.8 average viewers just didn't quite compete. Unfortunately,
It's sort of like the
So
people.
close though.
There'll be a lot of people who are upset about, how Microsoft sent out a lot of Xbox to influencers, and a lot of people are upset, like, oh man, why they get one, I don't get one, because they have an influence over people, baby.
yeah.
Because they have a big following, and they can get other people to see that the Xbox Series X is kind of cool and maybe want to buy it. And you got 3 followers on Twitter, and you think you should get one?
Ain't that the thing though? It's like, I think people forget, as loyal as you are, and the company can see you're loyal, you ain't got a following. Good luck.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be
It's
getting free
business.
Assassin's Creed stuff every month.
Like, what?
Thank you.
They not understand that it's
and
all
Anthem
about,
stuff.
it's about mutual gain. Okay. Microsoft gains nothing by giving some person that nobody's ever heard of, and I don't mean that offensively. Like 98% of the 1,000 or 99.999% of the people in the world don't know who that guy am. They're not going to send me an Xbox just because I asked for one, or like, here, you seem pretty nice. We're going to help you build a following all of a sudden by giving you
Look
this
at you
free
thinking
Series
you're
X.
part of the
No,
2%.
they're going to look at, hey, this
conceited.
person has a lot of eyes on them. We can give them a free console, and they can give us lots of positive attention. That's a win-win. That's how companies work.
Even if the person is kind of like a little bit of a knobhead, yeah, they got more influence than you, as much as you may not like it.
Yeah.
A knobhead, a bellend, boyo.
She's Billy.
You're a knobhead boy.
Oh,
But it is,
No bit.
as long as that's that. Who just said in the chat? Omega Wing Zero. That's that entitlement talking. I think that's just the lack of freaking common sense nowadays. People ain't
Pretty
got
much.
it no more.
They don't. And like they just want something for free. Like the people always asking, can you build me a free PC and send it my way? No!
No.
What?
Pay for it. Pay for shipping, and shipping is $3,000.
People ask you for a free. People ask you for a PC. They
asking for a free laptop, a free PC, a free system, and it be like, and I hate to sound like a jackass right now, but I hate the fact they be like, oh, can you send me a computer? Man, let me just tell you what just happened, man. Look, I lost my left leg due to the fact that I was trying to use to skip it, but the plastic was too strong and it cut my damn ankle off. Like, you saying all this just to be ignored, bro? Like
Honestly, if that were true, the lawsuit they would have gotten from Skip It, they could buy tons of PCs.
No kidding.
I was like, well, did you sue Skip It?
Yeah.
All of this, I think a lot of this stems from the fact that, so like visibility is greater now in people's lives than it ever has been. You have more ways to see what somebody's doing and when than we ever probably would have wanted. But like for example, somebody tunes into Big Cheese's stream. Okay, they see several hundred viewers. They see him streaming, and maybe they don't find him that entertaining or something. Okay, that's okay. Not
What did
everybody
he
likes
say?
everybody. That's fine. I don't agree with them. I'm not saying I agree. I'm setting up a
It's the beer
hypothetical
list.
scenario, sir.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
naked
sorry.
face
Well,
people.
I would use me, but I don't have enough viewers for this analogy to make sense. That's why I'm using it. So they see your hundreds of viewers, and they're like, man, I could be more entertaining than Big Cheese. How come my stream don't get that kind of viewers? What they don't see
Bad
is
attitude.
all the work you put in off the camera. They don't see all the time you spend making those compilations, thinking of your content, making all the stuff to go with it, and putting in that time and effort. They don't see all of that. So they think that you got what you got just because you lucked into it, and they're going to feel some type of way about it. And it's the stupidest thing. Well, I can't say it's the stupidest. Humans have done quite a bit.
It's one of the stupidest.
It's a really stupid thing that people do. So people need
know
to
what?
understand, like, even my stream, man, I stream 4 nights a week. I don't have a massive following or anything, but I'm lucky to have a core little group that hangs out and comes to watch me play games. It's work, man. It's a job. I have to think about that all the time. And I don't do as good a job as doing all the compilations and other stuff that I should be doing, because it's so time consuming and people don't want to accept that. They think they got it without working, because that's what I'm thinking in my head. So I should be able to get it without working too. No.
All people see is the finished product. They don't
they
see
see
like
the result.
they don't see the development. They don't see like the project that's happening offline, or they don't want to stick around to see that because they just want to see the finished product. Like you see how all these videos that's been made, and like this is happening, that is happening, and it's like, yo, how are you doing this? And then when you actually try to teach them how you're doing it, it's like, I don't have time for all that. Can you just give me the shortcut? There's no shortcut. What are you talking about?
The
If
short-
there was a shortcut, I'd be using it. It'd be great. The shortcut is to pay somebody else to do it. So unless you got that kind of scratch, you ain't gonna go work
Was
for
it
you.
Kevin Hart? Was it Kevin Hart that said everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to put in the work? Everybody wants to be famous.
Everybody want a sandwich, but they don't want to bake a loaf of bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever.
That's how it goes.
Use lettuce.
And with the food, man, I'm so
Everybody want to be
A
Tupac,
lettuce
but nobody want to
sandwich.
get shot.
Whoa, you went dark.
Like, I did notice something about people though, like about some people. As much as everybody wants to get over, everybody wants something for free. There are people who really, really, even though that's them too, they really, really hate to feel like somebody else got something free.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wants to see somebody else get something and they didn't receive.
I mean, people, imagine someone, going on a ship and seeing a bunch of people living in a land and saying, hey, they got this land, and I want it, so I'm just going to steal it, and I should get it for free. And then they...
Oh my God.
Sounds like a colonizer.
Hey, as a side note, I see Baron in the chat. Chill out. Tupac is fine. He's right here. He's okay.
So I'm saying, man, maybe I should have colonized me a Series X, but we're gonna
You don't need to do that now.
Yeah, you
'Cause
don't
they
have
can't- They can't go get PlayStation and they can't get Xbox. They got nothing to play but with themselves.
Nintendo, here we come.
yeah,
Nintendo, no.
time to be a
Oh,
Nintendo.
you think Nintendo in the background just like they on the way on
Hey. Yeah, they're like out there with their hands, just like, all right. Got a note for you, racist.
Birdman.
Not here.
But I don't know how we came off talking about. I think to sort of wrap it up. Thank you, Sony. Thank you, Microsoft, for backing up Sony in a quote tweet for the people who saying they was leaving PlayStation. Xbox is like, no, fam, we good
We
on
don't
the
want you
races.
here
We
either.
good
Yeah.
too, player. Like we rock with them. I need Xbox to give us an official theme as well. But shout out to Sony, man. I'm happy to see, before you move on, I'm happy to see that it has died off a lot on social media and with companies, but it's good to see, them like, hey, we're still here. We still with y'all. Here's a thing, and it's them. I think it's Target been going ham on Twitter. People, I'm leaving Target. I'm gonna go to Walmart. Target like, bye. Could care less.
Bye.
And I love that mentality. Like, let the racists be mad. Black lives matter. Big cheese matters. Big cheese is Black lives matters, and that's what matters. And that's
It's been
facts.
my favorite thing, and it was big when the protests first started, and it's still going on. I admire the commitment of K-pop stans because they're still in the Blue Lives Matter stuff, still putting K-pop stuff, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, man.
K-pop.
Now they have nowhere to go, and you're driving them
K-pop.
insane.
One thing you don't want to mess with is K-pop, especially
K-pop
BTS.
stans.
Like, we used to have a guy that you guys know, Nicodemus X, used to be on WSP podcast, and now he's one of the biggest reaction YouTubers around. What you gotta say is a BTS, and man, those people, they love BTS, they love people. They would take over your hashtag. If you being ugly and doing something ugly to people, K-pop fans, BTS fans will take over your hashtag in a heartbeat. Good luck, and I'm here for it.
Good luck.
So we was supposed to talk about the Scorn gameplay. So instead of talking about it, I'm just gonna play it as we get to our recommendations. If I can find out where I placed it,
In the booty dimension.
because I do want y'all to go check out the game. This game creeps me out, but I want you to listen to the sound and then tweet me. I want you to listen to the sound of this game and then tweet me when you say, "Oh, I see what you're talking about." But go ahead.
It reminds me of the tweet I saw that said, "It sounds like, sounds like this was filmed in somebody's digestive system after Taco Bell."
It's when they walk, it sounds like somebody stirring mac and cheese.
Hey, honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. If you've seen some of the crazy stuff that sound dudes have to do to get some of those sound bites,
Like,
Mhm.
I witnessed it myself, bro. That is insane.
Putting a mic up somebody's bum wouldn't be the weirdest thing they do. I tell you.
Yeah.
excuse me?
Look,
Wally guys are a different breed, man.
They go to extreme lengths to acquire the sound that they want.
Mm-hmm.
But this game, like, from the first time I saw this game, freaked me out. Like, it just seemed like hella weird, and it's even more so now. But
I'm glad it's back
Yeah,
because
you
it was
know.
almost canceled for
Yeah.
years.
this game was supposed to come out a long time ago, wasn't it? Did it come out? And then I remember hearing about this game
A
long
demo came
time
out
ago.
on PC, and then it got shelved for a while, and
A
it came
good
back
while.
on Microsoft.
So this, what you guys are seeing on screen, this is the new gameplay. Of course, it's gonna look better if you go and watch a direct feed from IGN or whatnot. But definitely check it out. Listen to the sound and come back and holler at me because I wonder what they did to get that sound. Because I swear somebody was stirring mac and cheese, shells and cheese with extra cheese,
You hope that's what it was.
The Velveeta cheese, man.
Velveeta cheese.
Y'all are making our guest uncomfortable.
Is Velveeta actually cheese? I've never gone to solve this mystery.
No, that's what cheese gonna go
Is anything
make
actually
him some
cheese?
mac and cheese after the podcast. You know what? Let me go ahead and whip this up.
He got his burgers.
He said, "Huh?" Cheese, you muted. Wait a minute, maybe he's not really talking.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, he pulled that off. Boy.
I was always told not to talk with your mouth full,
True.
and now you got me talking. I'm being
Thank you.
disrespectful.
Man, my man
We're sending
got
this
manners.
to your mama.
My man got manners. His granny pot in the back and ready to smack you. Boy, you chewing with your mouth full? Smack you upside your head. Granny don't play. Everybody got big mama. She don't play about that. But y'all know what time it is. It's time for the suggestions. The panel suggests what you guys should watch, play for the week. We either choose a game, anime, or movie/show. One of the three, all three. We're gonna get the ball rolling. Dallas, what do you have this week? What are you suggesting that people watch and or play?
Ooh, actually, I am suggesting everybody hops on. That's not already because it's weird if you're not at this point. But go play Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
I heard it was fire.
Because
Haven't played
it's
it.
dope.
I heard it was fire.
It's fire. It's taking the place of Avengers. For me, I'm not even gonna take another look at Avengers until
The next
Maybe
update.
the only one.
Next
Until
year.
they make all the
probably.
updates that Fame said they should
I
make.
play that game every day. Yes. Oh, nice plug on my article, baby. Nice plug on my article, baby.
LB1gaming.com.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah, but definitely mess with Ghost of Tsushima because it's fire. So if you beat it already, do like Hugger is doing in New Game Plus that shit because you know. Let me see shows. I haven't really been watching a bunch of shows. What's the last thing I looked at? Just finished P Valley finally. Finished The Boys season 2. And I think I have suggested at some point or another both of those. So I'm actually gonna do that again because they're good.
Halo to the King. What do you recommend to people to play in the... Oh, wait a minute. He back.
Wait, I'm sorry. I forget. I always say that I'm going to suggest something that people are not really on yet like that, or like I haven't seen a bunch of people on yet like that. So since it is about to be a Amazon Prime show, y'all need to go read Invincible. If you are into comic books, go read Invincible. Yeah. If you're not into comic books and you like The Boys, go read Invincible. If you're not into comic books and you didn't like The Boys, but you liked Watchmen, go read Invincible.
Just go watch it, y'all. Or go read it and then go watch it.
Read it. Go read it. Halo to the,
really interesting.
To the King. What you got this week, brother?
For games, I have Katana Zero. It just hit Game Pass, I believe, this week.
Yes, sir.
If you're into games like Hotline Miami, it is very, very good. Instead of just going around shooting people, you're pretty much like a samurai clearing out buildings and stuff like that. It's a very fun game, and it has one of the best soundtracks as well, which reminds me also of Hotline Miami. As far as TV shows go, there is a Russian subbed series that I started watching. It only has one season right now. It's called To the Lake. It's about a a virus that breaks out. It's instead of like turning you into zombies, it makes you like cough up blood. It's like a sickness, really. It's actually really good. I just finished it last night.
You just described COVID-19.
Yeah, it pretty much is, except coughing up blood and like blindness. Yeah.
I mean,
as a COVID-19 survivor, I didn't want to cough up no blood, but I got everything else. But my bad. Continue.
Oh no, that was it. That was it. My 2 recommendations.
Citizen Snips, what do you recommend for people to check out this week?
I've got nothing new in the gaming realm. I've been playing through the same stuff. Don't watch much live action TV until The Witcher and The Mandalorian come back, so I'm on hiatus there. But I do have a new anime for y'all to check out. It's called Infinite Dendogram. I've watched it. It's on a Funimation streaming service. It may be available elsewhere. I do not know. You'll have to do some research there. It is it's one of those isekai, another world animes kind of thing, but it's a kid logs in to play a VR MMO, right? Video game kind of, but you're immersed in the world and whatnot. The reason I am recommending this anime is I still can't get a handle, even as much anime as I've watched. I'm the kind of person who normally watches something and in the first 2 minutes I'm going to tell you the plot and ruin it, and it's going to stink for everybody. But as much anime and everything as I've watching this show, I can't get a handle on what exactly they're trying to do with it. Like, there are times where it seems like it's going to be kind of serious, and then there's times where it seems like they're just hitting you with pure comedy, and then there's times where like it's making fun of itself, but then the action's really cool, but then they try and bring it back to serious a little bit. So it keeps me on my toes. It's an interesting watch for sure. It's not, like, it doesn't excel at any one category. It's not like insanely beautiful animation or like really great storytelling, but I think it kind of rides the line in just about every aspect to where it's worth a view at least. So I would give that a watch. Infinite Dendogram on Funimation streaming service and perhaps available elsewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
Very interesting. If you're not able to figure out the show within like the first 2 episodes, then
like the first episode, you're like, oh, this might be kind of serious. But then the second episode, something so insanely stupid happens. And you're like, are you making fun of yourself as an anime? And then episode 3 happens and you're like, now you're kind of trying to tug at my feels and say that there's something deeper in this show. But then episode 4 hits you with another stupid joke. And you're like, all right, bro, I'm going to see where this goes. I'm going to keep watching.
Big Cheese.
Matt, on my list.
Recommend the people something to watch and or play if you got it.
I'll go with what Snip said, because that sounds very interesting as far as the anime. The gaming side, I can definitely tell you, if you got a Switch, go ahead and check out Super Mario Bros. 35. If you like somebody like old as me, you think you got the skills in the old game of Mario Bros, come see by me.
Did
also,
we watch you die before we started streaming?
Hey, look,
yo, that happened,
right?
G.
Y'all saw those flowers and spikes. Now don't judge me. Now y'all saw what happened. Now come on, now.
Get good, player.
One thing I know about Hunger, she ain't never gonna let you live.
No.
To be fair, it was Mario Maker.
Didn't you
which
just
is
not there and let that man enjoy his game?
Mario Maker's more honest title
But
is
next
really
time-
Mario Masochism. Because it's for Mario players who want to hurt
Next time you
themselves.
see me play that game, you will see number 1 on my screen. I promise you that.
Okay. Okay.
No, I forgot what game else I was going to recommend. Okay. Call of Duty's new event, the Halloween event for Warzone. It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't mind being a zombie on that game, but it's you can tell they did like a copy pasta of what Apex did, but it's pretty fun overall. I like it.
Wait a minute. Being the zombie?
Yeah, you gonna be a zombie. Like, when you die, you become the zombie.
Oh, that's
And
kind of
when you-
fire.
And then the crazy thing is, when you land, there's no parachute. You're just gonna drop.
And you don't need it. You dead anyway. Yeah, that's kind of fire. I'm gonna
exactly.
check that out. That's a dope concept. That's what's up. My sister, Hugger. What you got recommended this week, love?
For TV shows, I'll go, since it just came out, it's a series. Start at The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor just came out. Always creepy. Gave me nightmares for like a week. Gaming, since it's booby season, Red Dead Redemption 2 finally got its Halloween update. Or you can just go play Undead Nightmare, whatever floats your boat. And for movies, go watch Underworld. It's my favorite vampire movies, vampire and werewolf movies, and they're gory and just perfect for booby season.
Booby season. Yo, I have no gaming recommendations because all I've been playing is Avengers. Hate me, say you hate the game. I've been playing the game nonstop. Love the game, so you know it is what it is. But I do have a show recommendation. The series finale just ended Sunday. Lovecraft Country. If you haven't watched Lovecraft Country, go watch Lovecraft Country. It's not what you expect because I wasn't expecting none of that. It's gonna piss you off in a lot of aspects. You're gonna be super excited in a lot of aspects. Our season finale was like, yeah, now what, Snips? We got it. You know, I don't want to spoil it for you.
Why you calling me?
Bro, because this was in the
I was like, damn, what'd you do?
In the 20s and the 50s, okay? So just imagine how it was like, yeah, now what? So go
But
check
he's
out.
a spicy boy.
My bad. Yeah, Halo. We got the.
God, not what I meant.
I'm sorry. Please don't do that again, sir.
We're going to file an HR complaint over here.
Hey man, I got a trash can somewhere for that. That's our HR department. I gotta find it. But yes, Lovecraft Country. Go check it out. It's on HBO. Steal somebody's code if you need to, because I don't know everybody got HBO. Find a way to watch it, but definitely watch it because it's worth it. Before we get up out of here, Big Cheese, you're gonna get the final thought. Anything you want to say? You want to throw out any URLs or anything, my guy, before we dip? Dust them off.
What's popping? This your boy Smith? No, it ain't. Nah, but all my socials, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Big Cheese KIT, you can find me there. I will say, wear a mask, wash your hands and your ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Be kind to each other, respect each other. Brush your teeth and your tongue. All right? Take care of your body. And don't lose friendships over views that you can't control.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And don't forget your OnlyFans. It's Big
Oh,
Cheese After Dark.
No. The OnlyFans is BC Pinky T. You know what I'm saying? And for $14.99 a month, you can be able to get a bow tie on the toenail. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't even know.
Yo.
We gotta cut it. We just gotta cut.
Yo, this man.
Code red. Dump it.
Code
This
red.
man wildin'. Yo, Cheese. Yo, I appreciate you coming through, man. Like it was like, he was like, yep. I hit him up. He was like, "Yep, I'll come through." I'm like, it wasn't no hassle. I've had some people, man. I've had to like, I'm like, yeah, you know what, bro? Never mind. Like, I was just trying to come on, have some fun with you. But Big Cheese, bro, I appreciate you coming through and rocking with us. I really hope you come back again, man. Because I mean, cool as a fan, dog. Like, I'm glad we didn't scare you away. You fit right in with our foolishness, and that's what it's all about. We having fun. We all black, including Snips.
Okay.
And so, including Halo, you know, we
I
gave
was like,
Halo get a Negro membership card. This has been on the podcast. Y'all know this. You know what it is. But everyone's social is on the screen. If you're watching right now, if you're listening on, I love y'all on Apple, man. Y'all been rocking with us. But if you're watching on YouTube, everyone's social is on the screen, including our guest today, Big Cheese. It's on the screen. Make sure you give everyone a follow, whether it's on Twitch, Twitter, and all that good stuff. Remember, tomorrow is Take 2 Level 7. At least I hope. But it should be tomorrow, more than likely. And then Friday, we don't have a time yet because black people ain't really good with time, as we know.
We give y'all the time. I guarantee I'm gonna be late. So, like,
but on Friday,
you just gonna pull up and let y'all know when to pull up.
On Friday, it is the Peep Game Podcast with the homie Dallas and the homie Baron, who's also working on an awesome review at level1gaming.com. So make sure you guys check out the site. Thank you for the support on the site. Lots of content coming. Thank you guys for rocking with us once again. And congratulations, you got leveled up to 130. This is the Double SP Podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
sayonara.
You're not going to say onions?
Onion.